Is there also epi-laryngeal narrowing above the folds rather than oro-pharyngeal constriction in twang? We touched on this, and I know you answered this in the live stream, but that's why I say for me, twang is I use it as it's a term that describes narrowing. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so just to grab my laryngeal model here now, this is like a 450% size of a real larynx. This is that epiglottis that they're talking about. There is tissue that comes from the tissue, the epiglottis down to the arytenoids. In real life, one of the things where I teach at Shenandoah University, we have a cadaver lab, and we're allowed to go into the cadaver lab, and we're allowed to dissect the bodies. And we have a collection right now of about a dozen laryngae. So we have larynxes of all different sizes that you can pull out. In general, the space between the epiglottis and the arytenoids is so small that I can't really fit my pinky finger inside most of them. Some of the really big ones I can slip it down in there, but most of the time it's just the little teeny tip of my pinky that will fit in that space. So it's super small. But definitely when that is opened up at different degrees, it's going to affect the acoustics. So in general, anything that we narrow adds brightness, and anything that we open adds depth. So as your larynx goes up, your tongue is up here attached to this hyoid bone. The larynx goes up. That might tilt back a little bit. That's going to narrow the aryepiglottic sphincter, which is that closing there. And that can add twang, as well as any other narrowing that's happening along the vocal tract, as we mentioned earlier.
Brilliant. I love it. I can't believe how much, people, singers, let me just say, if I had access to this information at any point during the first 20 years of my career for free, I would be all over that. You guys need to be watching these Q&As all the time and liking it and telling people this is an invaluable resource, honestly. And I appreciate you, Matt, sharing and being so willing to share knowledge with the world.
Like you said, sharing what I wish somebody would have told me. I could have gotten through a lot of things a lot easier too had somebody told me all this. So we gotta help the next generation so they don't suffer like we did.
Exactly. That's why we're doing this for you, singers. We're passionate about it. We want to help you.